Hey, what's going on, YouTube? So, this video, I want to talk about, discuss whatever, how, whatever you have, however you have it. I want to talk about when people tell you that you have changed. Before I go any further, make sure you like the video, you guys. Comment, let me know what you think, and subscribe too if you haven't already. And sharing is caring. Caring. People love to take advantage of your weakness. People love being around you when you are weak, broken, but full of resources. And what I mean when I say that is you're the one who has the job. You're the one who has the income. You're the one who has the car. You're the one who has the house, the apartment. You're the one that has everything that they do not have. Yet, and still, you're the most broken one because you don't know your worth, because you want friends, you want to feel validated, you want to feel accepted. So, and you're dealing with survivor's guilt. Chances are you probably made it out of the hood, you probably made it out of poverty, and some of your friends, your friends, they just didn't make it. And then the ones that you do know that you thought were your friends, you want to have them back in your life because you want to feel that peace. You want to feel home, and that makes you feel home. And I know it's kind of like, wow, it's like, oh man, you getting that syndrome where you kind of love your abuser or something like that. I can't think of it, but the name of it. But they say, oh man, you Stockholm syndrome, where you kind of in love with your abuser and things like that. But it's not that. It has everything to do with your spirit, your soul, or however you want to call it. It has everything to do with your soul. It has everything to do with your soul will always go somewhere where it feels at home. And even though living in poverty was not the best situation, nor was it ideal, however, it was home to you. It felt like home. And the people that come from that place feel like home to you because it's a familiarity. It's a familiar feeling. It's a familiar place. You can be yourself. You no longer feel out of place. You no longer feel out of touch. You're now able to feel at home. You're now able to feel like, okay, you know what? I don't have to pretend anymore. I no longer feel like an imposter when I'm around these people, when I'm in this area, or someone who has come from a similar background. And they know that. And it's amazing how you used to be scheming on other people together. Now you're the one they're scheming on. And it's so sad, but that's a reality of how it is sometimes. And for some of us, myself included, I've been through that. Everything that I'm talking to you about, 9 times out of 10 is from first-hand experience, first-hand account, through my own eyes, my own hands, my own personal experience. Not second-hand, not third-party, not a combination. Everything that I went through. I am one of those people who I've been through a lot at a very young age. I've always been curious, and that curiosity, you can say, kind of killed the cat. But I want to say that curiosity, it didn't kill this cat, it created this lion. You see what I'm saying? That's some transmutation right there for you, baby. But anyways, check this out. That's that hood but professional. So, get back on track. Anyways, it's important, you guys, that you know your self-worth. And you know your value. It's important that you don't, even the nicest people can mess over you. And they can mess over you in a nice way. And I don't want you to think or look at these people as being bad people. These people have a business. These people have a life. These people have a need or want or habit. And they're trying to do what they have to do to fulfill that, to get that, to pay that. So don't look at it like, oh, they're just a bad people. They're people that are doing what they feel like they needed to do. It is best. You can't control people's actions, but you can control your reaction and your response. You can choose to not allow them people to use you as a resource. Or you can choose to continue to be utilized as their resource while they take from you and pour nothing into you. Once you have made your mind up and you set your mind up to do something, why do you want to continue to go back doing something that is not going to be beneficial to your future? When you already have a viable option, why would you want to go back? Why would you want to do something that you know is not going to be beneficial to your future when God has already shown you your plan, when God has already told you? Why would you want to continue to hold on to something? Why? Because you see someone in stress? Because you see someone hurting? They're going to continue to hurt. They're going to continue to be in stress, whether you help them or not. And they're going to be fine because they were fine before you came along. And they're going to be fine when you leave. And I know that it is hard to tell someone that. It is hard to do that because most of the time that I realize, man, when dealing with like-minded individuals, I call us kindred spirits, we tend to care a lot. We tend to see the good in people. We tend to want to do right by people. We tend to just, I don't want to necessarily say see the world in rose-colored glasses, but we tend to just be so giving and have such a big heart. And some call you chosen one, star seeds and things like that, or children of the sun, rainbow sticks, all the different type of people. You have different types of names. However, for those who have eyes, let you see, and for those who have ears, let you hear. See what I'm saying? So anyways, we tend to be some of the nicest people. We tend to give you the shirt off our back, no matter how our body look under the shirt. We cannot work out in weeks and dead bod on full effect. You know what I mean? We don't care here. You know what I mean? We go pick up a shirt or anything because we see someone in need. And people gravitate to that because they know you have that type of heart. And they know that they can come to you and get that out of you. And they ain't got to put much into you. And therein lies the problem. If you know my value and you know my worth, why would you continue to take from me and only pour so little in me? And halfway, give me that. Why would you be so difficult with me? Why when I ask you for something, it's a problem? Why when I ask you for something, I should already have it? I didn't say that when you didn't have it and you asked me for it. But it's a problem when I do it. It's a problem when I need you to pour into me. Oh, well, you strong, you strong, you strong. What does that have to do with anything? What does strength have to do with me needing help? What does strength have to do with me questioning our friendship, questioning our workship, questioning it? What? And I need validation. What does that have to do with anything? Because see, your spirit, your soul, the spirit of the spirit, it's going to tell you when something isn't right. You're going to know that something isn't right and you need to trust it. You need to trust it. You need to believe in yourself and you need to trust the feelings that you're getting. You need to trust your intuition because it is never going to lead you astray. And anytime someone tries to come and get you to question it, question them. Because they want you to, because that's what gaslight is. They want you to question that. Because see, they see you as a resource. Because see, they don't have the gifts, the talents, the abilities, the anointing, and the favor on your life that you do. They don't have that on their lives. Then they can get it, but they don't want to. Why? Because they can use you. And that is exactly why they don't have it. Want to know why you have it? Because you're willing to do the work. You're willing to be good when everybody's being bad to you. You're willing to say no when everybody is saying yes. You're willing to stand up and not go against the grain when everybody else is just going along with it. You're willing to put your life to the side to help somebody else. You're willing to go out there and risk your life. You're willing to risk your reputation. You're willing to actually do what it takes to be righteousness, to be righteous. You're willing to do what it takes to do good by other people, despite how they treat you. You're willing to forgive. You're willing to say hi to your enemies. You're willing to help a stranger that you don't even know. And you may know that they have a substance abuse problem, but you know what? You're still going to give it to them. You're the type of person that you're not going to judge somebody. That's because God can use people like that. God uses people like you to show the world that he is very much alive and well, and that he is very much in control. He needs willing people that are willing to sacrifice themselves, humble themselves, put themselves down despite what the world may tell you. He's looking for people that is willing to stand up in the middle of a crowd and help a homeless man, and everybody then turned them down. That's the type of people, that's the type of person that God is looking for. That's the type of person that God is going to bless. That is the type of person that God is going to utilize to give his message and his word. He don't give a dang what you got going on. He doesn't care what the world says about you. He doesn't care how much the world rejects you. He doesn't care because he is in control, and he don't mind, and he love breaking the proud, baby. He don't mind. He does it every day, and he does it all the time, and he's good at it. Very much so good at it. Because see, let me tell you something. He created. We are of a creation. We ain't create nothing. Most people, everybody here that is on this earth right now, so that are currently here right now, we were created. We didn't create. All this stuff was here before we got here. So why would someone who creates life take orders or allow someone who was and is created to tell him what to do? The arrogance of man shall be our downfall. I'm going to say it again. The arrogance of man shall be our downfall. How can you who were created by somebody else, have the audacity to come to someone who has created universes? You're but a speck of dust. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? The very same people, this is going to be a trigger. This may going to be a trigger for some people, but how dare you? You have an expiration date. You don't even know when you're going to expire. But that man up there, them higher power, they do. They do. They know the exact time and the exact date. So how dare you think for 1 second that you are better than them? How dare you? How dare you? But you see, God is so merciful. He is so merciful, and he loves us, that he will allow us to think, to thrive in our arrogance. He will allow us to build our little things and create our little destructions. He will allow us to. Because you know why? It goes back to his promise and what he said. I will never allow my anger or my wrath to cause that much destruction, to cause that flood again, to pour out onto mankind like that. That is why the Bible says, guess what? Man will destroy the earth. Because God ain't got to do it. He doesn't have to lift a finger. We're going to do it to ourselves because we don't listen. We don't listen. And I know you're probably thinking, well, what does that got to do with this? What does that got to do with this? It has everything to do with it. Because you see the turmoil that you're putting yourself through. You see the hurt, the pain, the horrible feelings that you're putting yourself through. Want to know why? Because you ain't listening to your spirit. You're not listening to your intuition. You're not listening to that small, still voice. You're not listening to your soul. You're not listening to your ancestors. You're not listening to your angels. You're not listening to your spirit guides or whatever you believe in that gives you messages. You're not listening to them. That's why. That's why. As far as the arrogance of man shall be their downfall, that's a way. I hate to say it, you guys, but I do. I'm guilty of it too. I'm guilty of it too. I'm guilty of it too. My arrogance being my downfall. Thinking that I know better. Thinking that, oh, they don't mean no harm. They're this, they're this, they're that. We got to stop allowing the enemy to use our kindness for weakness. And with that being said, you guys, I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to let this be gone and call it a day. But if you wanted to book a coaching or counseling session with me, you guys, you can hit me up at tgocounseling.com. Also, just like the video, you guys, comment and let me know what you think. Also, share if you care and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.